Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with a video on AMC to wrap up the week of April 16th, Friday. AMC closed at $9.33, down 57 cents, down 5.76% on the day. And kind of disappointing when you look at option contracts on where it got executed. But we'll see from pre-market move. So we had a higher move in pre-market. Couldn't get above the 10.2 level, right? We wicked yesterday up to that 10.23. Kind of opened 10.1, fell off in the first 5 minutes before the open, sell off right away, right? So we moved through that $10 mark almost immediately, got a bounce off 9.55, and then basically we just rode the 9 EMA lower all day, put a bottom in at lunchtime, 9.1, rose up, recrossed the moving averages, didn't really get close to testing that 9.5 area, which would have been nice for options. And then going to the close mix with the doji on higher volume. So if we just look at AMC's move this week, right? So we opened the week on Monday, 9.44, closed at 9.33, so down 11 cents on the week. So we basically are going to have a massive doji candle on the weekly. We'll get to that. So direction on AMC could be up in the air based on how we open come Monday. So here we'll hop over the options to see what it's talking there on Yahoo Finance. So like GameStop closed just below 155, but the straddle there was good for market makers each way as the high volume for calls and puts didn't hit. But you see here 950 was the high in volume for calls, obviously didn't strike. 950 and 10, a lot of people were concentrated there, so 50,000, that would have been a 50 million share buy right there if that hit, but those don't go through. But the high area of the puts right at 950, 18,000, still considerably less, but those are in the money. So still I think is another solid day for the market maker in terms of options for AMC and GameStop, and that's kind of been the case the last couple weeks with uneventful Fridays or Friday sell-offs, but staying kind of in a tight range. So we'll go back to Thinkorswim, jump over to the daily, and look at AMC here. So we're still kind of in this downtrend, obviously from the swing high, March 18th. We sold off on Monday, breaking below that 78.6 fib. It's basically double bottom here on the daily, 8.9. The buyers came in really strong, 8.3. It was basically corresponding with this doji candle here back from March 5th. Buyers came in strong, pushed us back. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because I think the volume on the bottom will be a little bit better for you guys. Here we got the doji candle yesterday, right on the 22 EMA. So doji roll, like to see which way the next candle moves, and that could be the direction of the move to continue. And honestly here, doji right at the 22 mark of indecision in the market, and kind of a counter trend, right? So you want to count these 2 days as a positive uptrend, counter to sell us back down. You see here we did bounce right off the 50 EMA at 908, that 9.1 level midday. Actually that's support. So we'll look to see if the selling off will continue, or if this the 50 EMA here will continue to act as support going into Monday. So from here we'll look at the weekly, right? And you can see here we have the doji on the weekly, but we were able to close over the 9 EMA, right? So the 9 EMA on the weekly is 917, so it looks like we do have pretty good support in the low 9s from a moving average standpoint. And if we go out here, especially on the weekly, right, seeing a lot of volume in the low 9s. So right, it's from basically 9.5 to 9 itself, a lot of volume, so that's good for buyers to enter on. So look to see if that area will hold going into next week. If we go now just to see standard deviation levels, see if we can find anything there that could give us a clue. Kind of more with the downtrend, obviously. The 1.5 mark on the weekly pushed up into that 1023, so obviously that was acting as resistance yesterday, and then resistance in pre-market this morning at 10.2. and sellers came in, smacked us down pretty good off that, pushed us down back to the 9 EMA here on the weekly. I guess kind of a positive sign here is that, you know, the body of the wicks here of all, you know, 960, 936, 933, staying above that 9.3 level, and you know, you can say the wick came below the 9 EMA. They've been above, so we might say, hey, we're having a little bit more weakness, but the body's still closing above, and you know, well within range, real close, tight to where we've been at the last 3 weeks. So we are really tightening with consolidating volume, right? So the last 3 weeks, you know, pretty sizable decrease in volume. You know, 474 million here on the big down week, the week of the 22nd, 183, 231, 232. So sizably down in volume, and you like to see that when range tightens up, volume tightens up, and then we can get a break either way. And then we'll just check out the daily on time frame here, and yep, just corresponds essentially here with the weekly, you know, overhead where we got smacked in pre-market, that 10.2 level, just couldn't break through. So you had 2 standard dev levels acting as resistance above, pushing us lower. So for us to get bullish, obviously we need to break through these standard dev levels at 10.2. The 10.2 area is acting as overhead resistance, and I think right now we got some solid resistance in low 9, you know, 9.3 to 9.1. So look to see if we can break out of either side of that range for Monday. So that's what I got for you guys on AMC. Let me know in the comments what you think. Where's the future at for AMC? Are we going to get that squeeze anytime soon? Whatever your thoughts are, I'm interested in them. And then also, please let me know what other stock tickers you'd like for me to make videos about over the weekend. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.